name is Helena Janat, and this is Middle Class to Wealthy. This wealth nugget, I'd like to focus on our lacking education in this country. What's lacking and what we need. So historically, education was for people with wealth. People who didn't have wealth didn't have education. They didn't go to school. But with the introduction of the industrial age, public education became available. In 1779, Thomas Jefferson created two tracks for education. Listen to this, the laboring track and the learning track. So education has always been the big divide, even to this day. You can't even apply for certain jobs without a degree. I've experienced that firsthand. In 1805, entered in something called the Lancastrian model. So this education was really geared towards factory owners. The basis of this education was discipline and obedience, which the factory owners felt like they needed for their work. You might be asking, why am I going through this history? Well, we always ask, why don't we learn X, Y, and Z in school? Like public speaking, critical thinking. As we experience life, there's that constant question, why didn't we learn this in school? And then you turn around and say, well, why aren't they teaching it now? So that's why I want to kind of go through the history, because it speaks to why there's a divide around education. In 1817, free education became available to the poor kids. And in 1827, free education became available to everyone. So these are some of the questions that I'd like for you to ask yourself. What's being taught in school? And who does it serve? What's not being taught in school? I have a list. This is a huge case of misdirection. But why? Well, my personal opinion is if you're uninformed, you become dependent. Look at it this way. It goes back to that saying, if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Don't make them too smart. There's an indoctrination that's going on. Why? They want you to passively accept where you fit into society. You might complain, but there's no real action behind any of your complaints. Look at it. We make up most of society, 71%. That's including lower income. Yet and still, the conditions haven't really changed for us. Yes, there are some of us that are comfortable, very comfortable, but for the masses, that's not the case. So what is this lacking education costing you? What are you losing? So the call to action for this wealth nugget, so I'm going to run through a list of what you should be educating yourself on. These are real survival skills. Get yourself a vision. Get some vision. Learn how to not just make money, but protect your money and grow your money. Employment negotiation skill, relationship building, goal setting and achievement, personal goal setting, professional goal setting, relationship building, becoming self-aware, having empathy, critical thinking skills, creative thinking skills, decision making, problem solving, huge, effective communication skills, interpersonal skills, coping with stress, coping with emotions, learn to be resilient, self-management skills, have a great respect for diversity, get some self-care in there, nutrition. Now you might think, nutrition? Yes, nutrition, for a few different reasons, but I read Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. That book was supposed to have been written back in 1938, and they talk about nutrition and how it keeps us from success as well. It talks about how we're eating the wrong combination of foods and our bodies have to work a whole lot harder. So yes, nutrition and managing time responsibly. We often talk about how education is lacking. Take the wheel, take control. Just because it's not taught in school, K through 12 or college, doesn't mean that these are not necessary skills for survival. Learn the stuff yourself, but also teach your kids. Let's stop giving our power away. Again, my name is Helena Janat, and this is Middle Class to Wealthy.